Welcome everyone. Let's begin our lesson for today by going over the learning goals and success criteria. First, what are we learning? We're learning how to graph linear inequalities using slope and y-intercept, how to use the correct line and shading for the graphs of inequalities, how to graph multiple linear inequalities on the same plane and find their intersection, and how to examine the overlap from two different linear inequalities and be able to write inequalities that yield that overlapped region. How are we learning it? Through the Systems of Linear Inequalities Part 1 notes and the Systems of Linear Inequalities Part 1 assignment, as well as the See You at the Crossroads assignment. When can we use this information? To determine how many of each kind of product you might need to sell to reach a goal profit. How do you know you learned it? By getting a score of 4 on the Systems of Linear Inequalities Part 1 assignment and a 4 on the See You at the Crossroads assignment. Now let's take a look at our agenda for today. We will begin by going over the learning goals and success criteria. While we do that, you'll fill out your Get It Started. Once you've completed your Get It Started, we'll go over it together and answer any questions that you may have. After that, we'll go over the Systems of Linear Inequalities Part 1 notes. And then I'll give you time to complete the Systems of Linear Inequalities Part 1 assignment on IXL. Now, if you've already gotten a SMART score of 80 on that assignment, you'll move on and work on the See You at the Crossroads assignment on Desmos. And then at the end of class, we'll go back over our learning goals and success criteria while you fill out your Before You Go. Your only homework for tonight is to continue working on the Systems of Linear Inequalities study guide and any incomplete assignments that you may have. Let's talk now about how to sign in to Desmos to complete your work. So what we're going to do is you're going to click on the link to go to the assignment, and it should take you to a page that looks kind of like this. And right here where it says sign in with Google, we're going to click there. And it's going to pop up with our email accounts. You're going to click on your school email account, and it should already have you logged in because you should have already been logged in using Google Classroom. From there, I'm just going to click Start the Activity, and it will take me into the assignment and allow me to begin. So that's how you will log in to Desmos using Google. Let's take a look now at the See You at the Crossroads assignment. The assignment begins with the learning goals and success criteria. If we scroll down, there's a link here to take you to the Desmos activity. Go ahead and click on that link, and it should take you to a page that looks like this. We'll go ahead and click Start the Activity. The assignment begins with the learning goals and success criteria. We'll go ahead and click Next. It says, sometimes life gives you diamonds and all goes well, but sometimes life gives you lemons. In those moments, you have to decide what you will do. Your life enters a crossroads that can lead to making lemonade or being left to eat the sour lemons. The crossroads of life await you. So go ahead and watch that video now.
Boom, 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 boom. Tell me what you gonna do, but it ain't nowhere to run. When judgment comes for you, when judgment comes for you. Tell me what you gonna do, but it ain't nowhere to hide. When judgment comes for you, 'cause it's gonna come for you.
Looking at for body, easy see something jolly. Little Google got it, and I'm gonna miss everybody out of rolling clothes like I ain't looked at a while. I'm praying for dust and they play too deep for being sad. Little legs like I should be. Tell me your future deceased with it, please. Marry me by my grandman, when you can go for the
God bless you, working on the plan to heaven. Follow the Lord on 24/7 days. God is who we pray, even though the devil's all up in my face, but he keeping me safe and in my place. Say grace to the gates of race, when I change the face of jealous, and it blesses my soul with books. Grudge because there's no mercy for thugs. Ooh, what can I do? It's all about the family and how we do. Can I get a witness, land of the foe? We live it all night till we turn our soul. Hell, hell.
And we pray, and we pray, and we pray, and we pray. Every day, every day, every day, every day. And we pray, and we pray, and we pray, and we pray. Still with lace.
Now follow me, roaster. Weather is till it's 7. Come, let's take it to the people that's no come there.
While he's a terrible.
Instead of keeping up with family. Exactly how many days you got lasting? While you laughing, we're passing the way.
Raise your toes, till I know I'ma meet you up at the crossroads. Y'all know if I ever got love with them both thugs, baby.
Easy, long gone. Really wish you could come home, but when it kinda die, gotta go bye-bye. All the little thug could do was cry, cry. Why they kill my dog? Yeah, man, I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all.
go ahead and click Next. Assignment overview. We will be looking at shaded regions on a graph that represent the overlap of two linear inequalities. We will examine the slope and y-intercepts of those inequalities in order to write the inequality functions that will yield those shaded regions. So we'll go ahead and click Next. So here's our overlap, and we need to write two inequalities that will match this. Well, we can see that there's a line that would have to go here, right? So we need a line that has a y-intercept of 0. So y is equal to, we'll just make it equals for now, and we'll figure out the shading later. And we know that it's going to be plus 0. And this one also is going to have a y-intercept of 0. So y equals something plus 0, right? Because that's where they intersect. So it's going to pass through here and pass through here. And then this one has a slope of up 1, left 1. So that's negative 1x. And then this one has a slope of down 1, left 1. So that's positive 1x. Now we just need to figure out our shading. For this part here, the one that was going down had the negative slope, we need to shade below. So we're going to go ahead and make this less than. And this one here, this line here, we need to shade above it. So we're going to make it greater than. And then we hit Submit. Now we can hit Check It, and it shows us what the graph would look like if we graph those two. Does it match? The answer is yes, it does. So it says, please advance and continue your journey. If it's no, it says, please re-enter the correct inequalities in order to advance to the next slide. So in our case, it's yes, so we click Next, and then we do it again. So we figure out what the equation of this line is. Well, we can see it's going to come through and pass through right about here somewhere, right? So you'll go ahead and write those two inequalities in, and at the end, it'll graph it for you, and you can check to see if your graphs match the graph that existed before. And then we'll click Next, and we'll continue to do this until we get to the end of the assignment. At the end, it says you made the most of your lemons. You have made the right choices, and just like Goofy and Max, you have chosen the correct path. Your reward is attendance at the concert of a lifetime. So go ahead and watch that video.
Well, here you go, navigator. Just follow my route on the map, son.
Okay.
Here comes our junction. Okay, Max, now this is it. Left or right? Come on, Max!
Got myself in motion. One, I know that you'll understand. We set the world in motion by reaching out for each other's hand. Maybe we'll discover what we should have known all along.
What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Hey!
One way or another, together's where we both belong. If we listen to each other's eyes, we find we're never too far apart. And maybe love is the reason why. The first time ever seeing it eye to eye.
That goof kid ain't there.
Yeah,
Don't worry, he'll be there.
seeing it eye to eye. Seeing it eye to eye. I think we're seeing it.
Hey, Dad! Do the perfect cast!
If you ever lonely, stop. And the road is lonely. You to me, inside to see. Yeah. If we listen to each other's eyes, we'll find we're never too far.
And then once you've completed the assignment, you'll go ahead and go back to your Google form and click Next. This will take you to your Before You Go. Go ahead and fill out your Before You Go and then submit your work on Google Classroom.